heden ten dagen verre van eenvoudig om los te komen van het wereldse. Maar is het eigenlijk wel nodig? TV-nomaden op zoek naar de zweefdruk in Nederland. Stel je voor, je bent een veeldroppende gabber die op een vrijdagavond door de stad stuitert op zoek naar een strak hakpunt. Hunkerend naar de 260 beats per minute spring je per abuis de melkweg in. Bang! Chill out, man. This is ambient. Flarde zweefgeluid, bellen, sissen, zoomen, stofzuigerslangen, lopend water. Oh, Yuki. Maar waar blijft die harde BPM?
Wat kan er nou absoluut niet in ambient?
Rock and roll misschien?
Nee, maar dan is het geen ambient meer.
Nee.
Dat is eigenlijk de eigenschap van ambient, dat alles kan. Er zijn geen wegen afgesloten.
Volgens mij is het zo dat je ergens in een ruimte komt waar mooie klanken zijn, mooie sferen, waarbij je een rustig gevoel krijgt en je in een soort weg kunt zweven in een soort droomwereld die niet meer zoveel te maken heeft met de normale wereld waar je gewoonlijk in zit.
Don't you think it's boring?
Absolutt ikke. Det er skikkelig kreativitet. Det ruller. Det liksom setter fart i hodet ditt hele tida, i hjernen. Ideene bygges opp, sant? Og det er liksom det er kreativitet. Det er snakk om hender og liksom skape ting og nye ting og masse ideer. Det er ingen tvil om det.
Ik kan er zeer relaxed naar luisteren. Vooral omdat ik heel veel bands en optredens en discotheektoestanden meemaak. En
Bier aan de bar.
Bier aan de bar en mensen lullen in de zaal met een biertje. En wat vinden we ervan? Niks. Kunnen we erop dansen? Nee.
Ik denk ook dat de hele ambient sfeer en de muziek dat die heel goed past bij drugs die erbij genomen worden. Dus je neemt een pilletje in of een trip en de muziek die erbij komt, die zorgt ervoor dat je verder weg kunt vliegen of schieten.
Some people say that ambient music is lullabies for intellectuals.
It can be an intellectual. Ambient music can be an intellectual sort of music, in that there's a lot going on, despite the fact that it seems as though there is not very much. It's like a lake. The surface can be quite simple. You know, there might be a few things floating around on top, but it's the actual depth of what's underneath that is there to be discovered, which makes ambient music so exciting and interesting for us, as well as being an intellectual exercise where you know, you can actually hear things that you've never heard before with repeated listenings. It can also be a very visceral body experience where you find yourself not actually listening to it consciously. I mean, a lot of really ambient music is probably quite boring if you sat down and listened to the 75-minute version all in the way through, you know, like going, oh yes, not much happening here, is there? But it becomes a more sort of subconscious way of listening. It's just a different way of listening to music.
Could you explain to me why you started playing this kind of music?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Well,
We feel rock music has almost been done to death in terms of guitars, drums,
Right now?
Yeah, very much up front. A lot of rock music. I mean, I used to listen to a lot of rock music, and now I feel as though I've seen all the rock bands that I'm going to be interested in.
Did you play? Have you ever played in a rock band before?
No.
good answer. I don't know. And basically, we've all got completely different lives. We don't have to do this for a living, so we don't have to make money out of it. Therefore, we're under no constraints whatsoever, so we can just produce what we like, and this happens to be the music that we like.
We don't sit around we don't sit around all serious all the time and go, oh yes, this is very interesting, very avant-garde, very experimental. But
I do.
We do listen. I mean, we do listen to other sorts of music. We like to go out dancing and, you know, make sure our knees are still working every so often, things like that. Well, I do anyway.
I like playing football, actually. I think ambient football's the next big thing. And it's very calming on a crowd, it would be, actually. Instead of playing Bonnie Tyler or Meatloaf to them, you should play them ambient music and see what happens.
I think the increased interest and media attention of ambient on sort of the ambient scene is generally good, because it makes people more open to listening to music that doesn't have verse chorus and then a guitar solo and some guy going wee. It's not trying to make, unlike a rock gig, ambient music isn't trying to make people be in a gang, you know, belong and say, yeah, we all like the same records, aren't they great? And we're all on the same side, let's take the world and fuck the system. It's a very personal thing where each person, you know, feels differently about it and hopefully enjoys it.
There was someone said that this dance culture is ready for a sort of gentle calm down. Do you agree?
The thing about dance music is that once you've got to 100, once you've broken the 200 beats per minute barrier, where else is there to go but back to zero again? And that's the sort of thing we're interested in.